Morning, everyone. Let's give it a couple of minutes for normal. Yes, thanks very much. A very nice one. Yeah, great. Yesterday, Untitled Bowling Club, which made a great bill, a couple of singers on. Oh, very nice. And went to see a play on, was it Saturday? So very nice, yeah. Just a couple more minutes. Good morning.
Find us and like us on Facebook, the Department of Broadcasting Services. We're also on Twitter, #.
So set to mute you all, have background noise there. If you want to obviously speak as per normal, just let me know and I'll unmute. Okay. Otherwise, we can use the chat line. Entirely up to you, but obviously have to mute everyone there for the background TV or whatever is on there. Yeah, let's give it a few more seconds, guys. Good morning again. And we get started. Okay, right, so I'll pass and get started. I'm probably going to need a little bit of your assistance today to find a trade, because I usually get up quite early. I usually quite an early to bed, early to rise type of a guy, and I was up just after 6 looking through, and I really couldn't find that much, to be honest. We've got a few open trades we can have a look at in a minute. Now, I normally find, even I think, I can't find it, we'll get the trading room. Lo and behold, a few suggestions come up and then we find one. So we can see if we can do something in that line. I just want to reiterate you guys again, this is the trading room, not a training room, that's for the classes, but that doesn't stop anybody who, it doesn't have to be new guys, it can be a bit experienced as well, come across something they're not sure about, or they talk about something, like the DXY, whatever it is, and what does that mean? It's absolutely vital you interact as a forum. It's not a class in the normal sense of going to school type of thing. It's a forum where we have ideas. And remember, nobody's 100% right or wrong until after the event. You know, if it's your TP, then you're right. If it's not, you're wrong. So I try to encourage people to think why I should do it, etc. And you have different opinions. It's not all about egos here. Damn, I was wrong and you were right, or vice versa. It's trying to sort of work together. And sometimes we get different opposing ideas. We can look into it and as you do sometimes, you have a bit of fun where you think you want to go long in it, and I think you want to go short, or the other way around, and we can put them both down and see how they work out. And yeah, that's the idea. The major thing is I do go on about is a position size calculator. You've got to have it. Get it from live chat. You've got to have it. Not for shares. Don't forget, shares only open 3:30. That's a different story. You need the Excel spreadsheet for that. But yeah, you do need to have it, because you just don't know. Strange things happen. I've got the pound CAD up at the moment, just to start off with that, because this is purely guesstimate why it's up there. Why is it up near 1.56 when after only a few days, Kwasi Kwarteng, I pronounce his name, was the Chancellor Exchequer, and he was fired. New guys come in called Jeremy Hunt. He's already started to reverse some of those things. The budget weren't so popular. There's trusts, they're after him as well. They want her to get the guys in the party are trying to push her out. And they're not sure it's going to be to replace. It might even be Jeremy Hunt. So who's Jeremy Hunt? Now he's the Chancellor, and might even be Prime Minister. So all that in theory makes an extremely insecure currency on the normal expectations. Know that pound should be coming off. Why is that not the occurrence? Yeah, we'll just look at it in 2 seconds. I think this is purely guesstimate. Maybe the market didn't like Kwasi and like Jeremy Hunt, and maybe the market doesn't like Liz Truss and like somebody else. So it's pricing that as a positive, when in normal case it'd be a negative. So I just want to discuss that, because that can sometimes come in a fight where you're pretty sure that would be the sell. I was pretty sure, and it come back some bites. So you need to have your position size, because even how likely the idea is, it can come up and do strange things. So you need to protect yourself. You don't want to put all your hard-earned work back out because you're overexposed without a stop loss in something you're so sure it's going to occur. But you know, you're so confident you went into the big, and the thing comes back and bites. Now you're fed up. Just bear that in mind. Yeah, maybe they trust a new king. That's a good point. Fit it. King Charles. Okay, so what is up there? I'm not sure. I still see downside, but it's getting quite confusing. Okay, right, we'll have a look at gold. As mentioned, I'm not so sure I want to be entering on this one at the moment. I think I missed the last one last week. Where's gold? There we go. I do want to be entering into it, but and I see the sell. I totally agree on the sell. I wouldn't be buying it. This guy's in here. I wouldn't be buying it, but I just think you can get a bit of a better price. I could be wrong. I missed several trades, waiting for a better price. Didn't materialize, and I missed the trade. So look at that there, Chad. So yeah, I want to sell it. I agree with that, but I want to sell it somewhere around about these levels here. Somewhere around about that. If we can get that, even the better. 1680. Otherwise, maybe if it gets around about that level or slightly better. Remember, better is you want to get you know better. It's people saying, "What do you mean by better?" I have to say that flaws me. What do you think it means? It means a better price, clearly. So, yeah, so try and get maybe a little bit higher up, maybe there, or sell it. However, I could be wrong. I could miss out. Some guys might think they'd want to enter a sell now. That's why I need to have you interacting like a forum, and builds your confidence as well, because you might be spot on and say going in now. I can state my opinion. That's all it is. Okay, I agree on that one. The gist coming out just now. Pound dollar. We already got a trade out idea on that. Some joining guys who missed it. We've got a short on the pound dollar at the moment. Points F. So anybody think would be an idea to chase it this particular price here, or go now basically? Are you already in then? Are you already in? You need to tell me that, because I'm assuming when you ask about the trade, you're looking to enter. If you're already in, it makes it a completely different story. Oh, it's completely different. I assume you're in short. So, yeah, if you're short, yeah, I'm just talking about guys getting into short it. Yeah, I don't see why you hold it. That's fine. Obviously, got a better price. I assume you got a better price. You're selling around the 1645 mark. But obviously, I don't know that. You'd have to furnish that with that information. But yeah, if you're in short, maybe 1660, hold on, I do see some downside. But from the point of entering, need for me to pop up to around about these levels before we can look at it. Again, it's my opinion. Do you want to go in there? Can we? Of course we can. Absolutely. Slightly better picture on the 4 hours. So that's why I say, look at that one. Looks like it might come off from here. A little bit of a high there, a bit of a range, not much of one, it's not exactly a very powerful one. A little bit of an area where you can look at it. I personally say I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm not getting it at the moment. I'll either risk missing it or wait for a better price. But I'm not saying it's wrong. Put it that way. As long as you've got a real reason for it. Not saying I don't want to miss out. Saying I'll go in now. That's not a reason. Yeah, I've got it fine, and you might come right. Are you going for a long there? Got it at 643.5 with my TP 1660. Yeah, so in other words, you're trading expected bounce, which could happen. I'm always a bit wary of that myself because if you're in a downtrend, you don't know what the bounce is like to be. You don't know how many people are going to be short covering profit taking. So it might not bounce as much as you think. So it's not wrong. A lot of people have done it and probably do it again. But I'm a bit wary of that. Just bear that in mind. What goes down should go up at some time profit taking. You don't know when and to what extent. And if the dollar starts strengthening, it's back above 113, continuing up. The yields start continuing up. There'll be a bit of a weak bounce before the sellers come raging in again to push it down. So be a little bit careful going into trend. I would say if it's strong, wait for the retracement and buy it. If it's weak, wait for a bit of a rally and sell it if you can get that one. But yeah, if it gets back to 1660, that's fine. A little bit higher, I would be looking to short it then, depending on the DXY and the yields, obviously. If they start flying off, I don't see why that should happen, but anything's possible, then I wouldn't be too keen to go and short it. So you've got to check that first. That's what always remember, pending orders, you decide if you've got other stuff to do. But it's a bit of, in my opinion, it's a bit of a last resort because you put the pending order in and it might be a day before it's filled, but then the situation might have changed by then. And so you don't forget, if you got it in there, it's not getting filled, it might be an idea to delete it. I trust you all know what a pending order is because we get some guys saying, it's not moving, I'm not making any money, and yet it's going up or down. They're in a pending order, they're not in the market. There's a difference. In fact, I did a platform training on Friday, and I tried to get across to guys, it is absolutely vital to understand different orders and how to operate the platform. A half-hearted attempt on the platform means you'll be pressing wrong buttons, and it's like putting in reverse, and you're going to put it into forward gear, and you wonder why you smack the car behind. Okay, so can anyone want to go in on this one at the moment? Either a long or a short? Anyone keep? I've obviously put my case across. Is the jury out or in? Guilty or innocent? You're going short. Well, you're going short at the market, are you? Does anyone want to join Commander? Nice, that's a nice name, Commander. You're going short at market. I'll put the calculator up if you like. Anya, Cheryl, do you want to go short at market? And Dini, anybody? Zeph? Or in profile, I presume in profit, that's fine. We'll get a bit of a bounce for me to short, but yeah. Okay, well, I'm getting not much replies to jump in either way, so okay. Okay, we're on the same page on that one, then, Zeph. Okay. I can't remember who went long and who went short. We had a bit of a fun trade. So start for that, a bit of a fun trade. AUD JP. Hang on, before I do that, there's a question there on something from Philip and then the pound dollar. Just a second, scroll back up again. EUR-AUD. EUR-AUD. And you wanted to go along on this one. Okay. Everyone knows long means buy and short means sell it. So a trade idea to a couple of people the other day, and they said you can go short in it. You know what that meant? Short, sell, long, buy. Same thing. Yeah. Fair enough. But talking about 10 o'clock, by the way, there's no major economic fundamentals on the calendar coming out today. So we call this a trading day, not a trending day. A trending day is when you've got major fundamentals that can move the market. Okay, right. EUR-AUD on the 4 hour. Where's the 200 times 4? If you get 50 times 4, you all got it. If you haven't, please get it now and save it. I've explained that before. I'll explain it again if you're not sure. If you haven't got the DXY, tell me and I'll copy and paste it for you on the chat line. Economic calendar, copy and paste. I'll do that, but I'll do it on request. Most guys have got it now. If you haven't, you don't ask. Well, you say, well, I won't know to give it to you. All right. After all that, yes, it's down there. So it's fairly strong at the moment, the euro on the 4 hour, also on the daily. It's fairly strong on that one as well, and you want to buy it. Not that confident, to be honest. AUD is strongish, but it's not that strong, I grant you. But the euro is sort of hinting to go into the middleweight zone from the lightweight zone. I'll give you that one as well. But is it that sort of strong against Aussie, which is not that weak? You see what I mean? It's not the weakest of ones, and it's had a pretty good run. Not sure I'm keen on this one, actually. So a bit of resistance there, as you can see, around about this level here. Not a lot on the weekly. Try the daily, so you can get a bit more info on that. I think it's a bit overcooked myself. I might get a bit of a pullback here, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not that confident either way, fundamentally or technically, that I would be keen to go either in this go out. Clear for the strong zone. I have no quibble about that. But I think it's a little bit overvalued at the moment against the Aussie. Remember I mentioned that before? You can be a buy in the weak zone and sell the strong zone when it looks to be overvalued. I mean, I always use a house as an example. You know, you might problems that might occur in the area, house price start to fall, but it's not worth zero. It's going to get to a stage which attract buyers, and it keeps going up in a great area. It's not going to go up forever to start to attract some sellers. I get that. I just think the value, or technically the high buy zone, I'm not sure it's going to be sustained. But I'm not confident enough to think it's going to fall off. I've got enough confidence there or candles there to indicate I'll be selling it. So on this personal one, I would personally, this one I'll personally stay out on the side. Around about that level, yeah. Well, I think it's definitely on the weekly. It's come back tested the support. Technically speaking, I hear you big time. Just think it's a bit overcooked, but that's not a very brilliant answer. I just feel uncomfortable at this stage that I would be jumping in that one, but I could be wrong. Anyone want to support Henry on this one? I've made my case. Anybody want to support it? I'm afraid it looks like it, Gerard. It looks like all low. There's going to be a bit of support from Commander there. Anyone wants to join? I'll put the calculator up if you want it. Gerard, Commander, do you want me to put the calculator up? Okay, Cheryl, thanks for that. We're going to come to all that in a minute there. Okay, well, a couple of people insist we'll put that up. Okay. Well, the guy suggesting it as a Mr. Slubbert now is saying you wait. Okay. Where do you want to put the stop loss? Out the way down there or a little bit closer? What figures do you want on this? If you want to put in, give me some figures and we'll put it up for you. Might get some noise there. If not, maybe take it up there somewhere. Do you want to do this? I need figures, guys. Hold the class up. If you want to do it, give me the figures. Post them. The form, I should say. Maybe that. Maybe that. $1.561. Okay. 5,963. And the stop, 1.561. It's too close. That's where it is now. That too close for you? Do you want to try that? Or was that too close to stop? It's a hell of a TP, a risk reward there. Maybe bring that down a bit. Maybe bring it down to here. Well, the weekly app, remember. Well, there you are. If you want it, guys, I'll put it down with pleasure if you guys want it. I've stated my case. I'll put it down to Herald's Trade if you do. There you are. Okay, a couple of guys just say you want to do it and I'll write it down for you. You can move on this actually, guys, or you run out. Start off with that stop loss anyway. If you want to change, it's up to you. Yeah, there you are. Okay, there's a couple of guys are in. Looks like it. So I'll put that down then. I'll put down the Herald's Trade. I'll use these figures here. You can always play around with yourself. Okay. Okay, well, there you are. There it is. So I'll knock it off now. Right, GBP USD. We've all got a trade out there in the trading room. See if it's worth chasing now. We've clearly got a short. We want to be buying the dollars, you know. So, get something there. Okay. That's some of the weakness it comes through. Now, where do we get in on this one? We got in on this one at 1.1278 on Friday. Been jumping around a bit, probably a bit clearer on the daily. So it did come down quite nicely on Friday and it's bounced up again. And now some sales are coming back in again. Dollars hovering just around the 113 mark, not much happening. I think this might be a quiet day today, to be honest. I think it's been one of those Mondays where we got a few trades out. Well, already suggested one, but I've looked through the whole lot a couple of times this morning. I couldn't find the stands out for me, to be honest. Still, the GBP CAD can come off, but it's just giving me that much chip. I think I'd rather leave it. Anyway. Obviously, I agree with that. So, Zeph, okay, yeah, GBP USD. Well, we're already in profit from a trading perspective. The point is it worth chasing now? I'll put it up for you in case you want to get in now. I'll see what the previous figures we got written down here. Are they going to work? What have we got? 1.1386 and 1.1045. That's what we got it as at the moment. That's what looks wrong to me. 1.86, sorry, that's wrong. That's a bit better. If you find a bit of a large TP, do it up here somewhere. Probably a bit better, probably a bit wiser there. 1.164. Which ratio is okay if you like it. Join it now. We're already in, so I'm going to write it down again. But yeah, we're already in a bit of a profit. But it's not, the ship hasn't sold so far on the wide stop in TP if you want to join it. Why is this coming back to this again? Keep doing that. So I'm lock it off. Okay, it's annoying me now. God's sake. Sorry, guys, just not much I can do about this. Put the original in. Tamper with it just now. Why does it keep doing that? What is it? 1.1386. There we are. That's better. And 1.1045. So you can stay the same. That's better. Now I can move it back to the original. Okay, so wide stop, I get that. Remember, we all in this one. We got in about 15 pips higher than this. That's why it's a 1.54 instead of 1.8 or what it was originally, because that's we're 15 further away and 15 close to the TP, don't forget. So it's about a 30 pip differential. But anyone want to join it now is not already in from Friday. Not much finally. We've just got one trade out, which I personally didn't agree with. It was a Euro AUD as a buy. I personally, I'm sitting on the sidelines. A couple of people liked it. So finally, I wrote that down as a buy, but I wasn't too keen. So go back to the moment. This one, I do see some downside. If you guys missed it, you want to join it now. Oh, well done, Mike. Good one. Okay, anyone want to join this now? I'm going to write down because you already got this trading idea from Friday. Okay, so that's fine. So if you want it, there's the figures, and then we can move on. Okay, I'm just going to leave it for a few more moments as the guys start doing their thing there. What could do? Could do. Who knows? Okay. Can we move on from this one? Okay, let's quickly do the euro dollar, the final, we'll look at the Dow. Euro dollar, a couple of guys liked it. As I say again, I decided I'm not going to be wrong, it's overcooked. I think it might have a bit of a pullback from here. But where did they get in on 56.10? Well, it's already pulled back about 15 pips. Yeah. Let's put Gerard, not me on that one. So if you want it, well, just say so, fine, it'll go back. Okay, to buy that one. Okay, Aud JPY. Oh, Dow first. Sorry, trying to get it fair. I've been saying this for a while now in my snippet, send out each week, the weekly update, sell the rally. So it's going up a bit. If you can get to around about 30,000 and hold and come off, yeah, I see some downside. I'm not sure I'll be buying it. This, to me, is still short the rally. Oh, you want to buy it, do you? Well, it's up to you. Good luck. I think it could get to 30,000, but I'll rather sell it at a higher price. If we can find the right one, show absolutely. Buys the name of the game. I'll look at it now. If we can find a decent entry price. I personally not keen. I'm a sell the rally guy, but if you want to buy it, and you've got good reasons for it, you know the score, you can do your thing on it. I'll put the calculator up if anyone supports you with pleasure. I've stated my case, it's entirely up to you. We want this sort of individual thinking, and I'm trying to encourage it. It means you're learning and you're getting confident enough to put your own opinion across. As I say, the customer's always right. Well, not necessarily. Often the customer is wrong. Just having the money doesn't make the customer right. Yeah, I think it could go up a little bit more. Yeah, problem with that. It will go a little bit higher. It could go up to here somewhere. Maybe just pop its head above the 30,000, maybe 30,100 before it comes off. But I wouldn't be buying it and seeing it taking out these guys or up here somewhere. If it went back up there, I'm saying came off, I confirmed, I'd sell it back down there. Yeah. That's up to you. If you want to scalp it, whatever, you know the score. I'm not keen on the trading idea put out, especially got some guys there who don't understand it fully, don't understand it's going against the trend or what, and quite frankly, don't really have enough money for it. There's a lot of guys trading the Dow and the Nasdaq and without understanding the volatility and having quite frankly far too small account to do it and getting their account margin called. People don't like being margin called, but actually, I have to say, I think it's quite a good idea. In the past, we didn't have that sort of thing. If you traded right a stop, you weren't margin called, it'd just send you nice letters, I suppose, in those days, or phone calls, says you owe us some money, you better put some money in because your account is wiped out and you're still going down. So you put your 10 in, we want another 10 from you. Go mortgage your house. That was horrendous in the dawn of this thing going back about 30 odd years ago. The margin calls saved a lot of beginner traders from serious problems. We've heard of stories like, what's his name? Was it Nick Leeson who broke the Barings Bank 30, 40 years ago? No margin calls, kept piling on the Nikkei until he broke the entire bank, lost $1 billion. Luckily, it's far more transparent now, and the margin calls save you from yourself. It's not nice for a guy to knock you out your trade, whether you like it or not, but it can save you from yourself. I guess that you've been around it. I guess that. I'm just saying for the other people in there, that I do know. Okay, so there. Don't try and do it if you're not sure of it and you only got a couple of K. You need about 8, 10, preferably more in your account to play around with the Dow. Okay, now I want to go back to Aud JPY first, because that's just to do it in order. Yeah, I agree there. I'm a bit more for that. If it gets back up there, that would be excellent short if it gets there. The Aud JPY, I want to buy it, just doesn't seem to be getting going. The Japanese yen I mentioned last week is probably consistently weak. The reason being is the debt to GDP ratio is so high that they can't, without getting some trouble, hot water, financial hot water, by increasing interest rates. So they haven't got a lot of choice. They've got to stick with what we call the dovish approach. So it's unlikely to have any sudden jump in interest rates or sudden strength of the currency. So it's not something I personally want to be buying. It's something I want to be selling. It will get oversold and have a pullback. I get that, but rather wait for the pullback till it weakens, then jump in again and sell it, sort of the Japanese yen against whatever currency it might be. Very much a lightweight currency for those reasons. Yeah, it's just not getting going. Look at that. That's the problem I have with it. See, it goes up. Look, the sellers came in again. Goes down, and look at that. Came right down. The end. The buyers came in again. It's not giving me, looking at the track record, a lot of confidence to buy it. And I'm certainly not keen on selling it. Only time I might change my mind if it's around about this level here, I would probably then be pretty keen to buy it. But if it does break out, even then I'm a bit nervous. It doesn't get the follow through I'd like. But in theory, it should go back up there. But I'm just a bit nervous of it. I would be far more keen at a better level. Okay, so I see what you're saying there. I just read your thing there, Zeph. So for me personally, around there, I would be buying it. This one I'm going to sit on the sidelines. Okay, before we move into any more, anyone comment on that? Prefer to deal one at a time without jumping around or losing the thread? Might be. You guys did as well. So what do you want to do? Do you want to wait on this one? Forget who actually asked for it. Okay, we'll move on. The next one was Aud Chf. I think we've got a trade out there. Rings a bell, have we, or have we not? No, I don't think so. No, we haven't. I think we might have had, but maybe still rings a bell, maybe a week or so ago. Looks familiar. Anyway, right. I'm checking Friday's trades, and I've got something written down there. So yeah, Aud Chf. For me personally speaking, without a look at the charts, I'd be buying the Swiss franc. I still think it's a stable, strong currency. Okay, Cheryl. So the question is, do I want to be selling at market? Well, clearly prefer a better price, but look at that candle. The sellers aren't really, they're coming in pretty damn quick. Yeah, I think what a beaut. So we've got a superb one here. I'm not shutting my mouth off here, but to be honest, if it was there, I'll probably spot it this morning. It jumped out at me like I don't know the expression, but it, but it seriously jumped out like a major headline. But it's not getting much follow on the upwards to get it short. That's the problem. See, looking a bit of an evening star build up there, if you like your fancy names. So it didn't go up much before the sellers came in. Looks at the weekly. So it's clearly pretty weak against the Swiss franc. I'm come from chasing it now, to be honest. I want to get a better price on this out. That's my bottom line on that. Jack in the box. You had to jump out of that box like Jack. Yeah. But I'd have to then calm down so don't overdo it, because my excitement is a beaut. My guys putting their wife, kids, dogs, house on it and be fine. Like the GBP, something goes startlingly wrong for whatever reason. Bomb goes off in Zurich. That is, it goes shooting up. We wouldn't be happy chappies. But yeah, as long as you always get your volumes correct, I would definitely sell the 10-day. But anyway, back to where it is now. We ain't there, so what's the point? Where it is now, I'm gonna leave it. Do you want to dump it here? So Commander says, do you want to sell it here or dump it here or whatever? What do you think, Cheryl? Finally, Mikhail, Zeph, of course, and Dealey, a few names out there. Anya, of course, is experienced. Karine Spray, come to a couple, so she may have an opinion there. Main thing is I would include you all and make sure you're getting value. Coming along, it's your time. Might not be costing. I suppose it's costing in a way because you probably bought somebody to get in here. But in theory, it's your time is costing, so try and make it valuable. Okay. Okay. Thanks for that. So we'll leave it. I've got another one written down here before we look at our trades that we've done. GBP Aud. GBP, I've mentioned many times, and I'll say it again, it's one seriously strange currency. Seriously strange. I'm always wary of it. I've done some good Tom and I'll do it again. But when I get the GBP, my heart picks up an extra couple of beats. It is, I mean, look at the GBP CAD. CAD is far stronger than the AUD, and it went shooting up. And then they found it, as I said, they found Quasi there, Chancellor Exchequer. Didn't much happen. Now it looked like the Prime Minister's been there for about 5 minutes, trying to push her out. All that. I mean, remember it happened when NENE, it was pronounced it incorrectly. Nini, I thought Nani, was fired by Zuma. Remember what happened to the dollar then? It's about 15 something, and it went up to 19 till he sort of reinstated it. Oh, Zuma's something else, isn't it? I'm getting myself into trouble on here with the police after me, but he's something else. Too sick to go to jail, but not too sick to try and have another step. Unbelievable. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, GBP AUD. Look at it. It's in the strong zone. In theory, that should be a buy. I don't like the pound. I think it's weaker than the AUD. What's it doing up there? It's still a mess. Not a bigger mess as maybe SA, but still not that great. The debt's not that bad. It's about 1 to 1. It's better than some. Better debt to GDP ratio than the USA, by the way, but still, it's not great. I've been very hesitant to buy at these levels, and I think it's downside. I'm just so scared of that sodding pound. I might just sit my hands on this one altogether. So I'm going to say wuss and cluck, 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 and chicken out. If anyone wants to do this, it's in your hands, guys. That's fair enough. Okay, if you're on that, there you. You're clucking out as well. Oh, yeah, we'll go and cluck out together. But you never had a proposal like that in your life, Cheryl. Can we go clucking out together? Hey, how romantic. Shut up. Okay, not seeing that much keepers. Shall we go over a couple of trades we got out? We'll start with GBP USD, see what it's doing. Looked at earlier on to re-enter. Yep, it's doing up. We've got it at 70 something rather. 78, so it's already 20 pips or more in profit. I still think personally it's a little bit close to start modifying your SL to entry, but maybe leave it as, or we can sort of tighten it up a bit to reduce your risk if you like. But I think entry's pushing a bit. 20 pips a bit close. If it takes out 50, start dropping towards 40, then you get down just a bit better than entry. I think that's my opinion, right? I think it could do. It's the second biggest economy in the world, so it could have, yeah. What, I don't know. It could have, yeah. Tell you what, guys, keep China above the radar. China is very clever, very cleverly sneaking up to being superpower status, whereas the USA seem to be doing their best to sort of detract. I think of the word, can't remember. Self-destruct. USA is doing their best to self-destruct, so China's happily watching them do it. Only problem with that is China's got all these goods they want to sell. Who are going to sell it to? Which is not even interest to their enemies to have a broken USA, but they're doing their best for you anyway. Ban Halloween because it's politically incorrect. Ban saying Happy Christmas. It's now going to be Happy Holidays. Don't offend the Muslims. But you can say whatever you like about the original bloody settlers, they're as terrible as they come. It's just degenerating now, and it's we'll see coming up in November the midterms. So you get sets out of that. Wouldn't mind, but everyone seemed to follow them. What somebody, yesterday I was after we went for a meal, and a couple of ladies there had been to the States recently, and saying that you know, it's verging on totalitarian now. Said anything against the trend, you're in serious trouble. Forget free speech anymore. And the arrogance of it, they're saying, one of the ladies was saying, even in their own country, well, as in South Africa, they start preaching how you shouldn't do it on holiday. So, you know, very conditioned people. Don't forget how free we are over here, actually. A lot freer than the good old West, in my opinion. Anyway, pound GFT, I would say it's now that ship sailed. If you're on board, great. If you're not on board, leave it alone. It's starting to do things are nice. The dollar's still slightly below 113 on the DXY, but it seems to be holding. I think we'll get a bit stronger. So it seems to be, anyway, it's doing well. Right, okay, we had another one, the GBP CHF 1273. Talk about GBP, don't like it, should be in it, mate. 1.1273. Well, believe it or not, seem to be doing us a favor on this one. 50, it's about 15 pips in profits, that's okay. Back to the line, it's about 20 pips in profit. Again, I think it's a bit quick to start getting down to entry, but if you want to reduce your risk by modifying, you can. But I think getting down to entry might be a little bit, don't want to get stopped out, because I still see there's more downside here. Good luck, Mikhail. Don't encourage the others. That takes a bit of experience and, quite frankly, time in front of the computers. And you're bursting to go to the loo and you're scared to leave your screens. Okay, well, that seems to be doing all right. So we've got two in the okay at the moment. Let's see, the 14th. Hang on, we got an 8. No, we didn't. No, it's a fun trade. AUD-JPY, no, we didn't. S&P 500 is 3670. Did it okay, and it jumped around a bit. I think some guys are still in it, in the profit. It dropped below 36 on Friday, popped back up again, it's hovering a bit now. A few sales are coming in. Bottom line with a profit. I think it's, where's it now? 50, 70, 53 pips in profit. I think you can get it down to, if you didn't on Friday, I think get it down to entry. When I say entry, I'm talking about trading room figures here. If you got it at 3620, well, clearly you don't do it. I've had that before. I'm sorry to repeat, I've had that before. But they'd blindly gone and done it because I said bring it down to entry. Assume they got in the trading room numbers, they got it a lot later, and they get stopped out in the noise, and then they're furious. You know, if you're going around about the 70 mark, you can put it maybe just a little bit below the cover cost. Whatever, you might know on Friday. Yeah, well, Mikhail, I get the impression you know what you're doing, so it's not a problem. Just got to remember there are guys that are just starting their trading journey in here. So I've got, well, you don't have to, but I've got to bear that in mind. Don't want guys driving Formula One. They're just sort of getting in the middle of getting their driving test, you know. And I like this chair, and it's not got anywhere to put oil in, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, S&P's doing well as well. So we've got 3 out of 3 so far. What else do we do? Euro JPY was a buy. That could have been my idea. We'll do my ideas first. NZD USD was a sell at 56.40. Yep, that's in profit. It's broken through the 56. It's hovering a bit. It's bounced up a bit this morning. Seems to be going off a little bit now. It's good. So if you haven't brought it down to entry, you could do so just below, just so you cannot lose on that trade. So that's 4 out of 4. That's about it. We've got out Euro JPY was a trade there, 143.98. That was my idea. I think that seems doing all right anyway. EUR, oh, it's actually, no, hang on. Doing very well. Why did we do it then? Maybe I did do it. 143.98. 143.98. Right. Yeah, okay, yes, I did do it. I remember now, yeah. Yeah, because it came back off support and we agreed on that one. I do beg your pardon. It didn't have any. Oh, that was your trade there. Sorry, I beg your pardon. That was Zef's trade. That was on Friday, I think. Well, if you did go along with that one, you virtually 100 pips in profit. So clearly, yeah, that was it. Thanks. I've just seen it now. Quick look at the other. I see your little thing on the chat line there. Yeah, it's your trade. I chicken out. I thought I'd chicken out this one. So another cluck relationship going here. If anyone wants to take me on, but so yeah, I know I didn't go on personally. So yeah, it did very well. Well, you know the score. If you're in on this one, well done. Clearly, either you take profit, you modify your stock or something. Make sure, for God's sake, don't lose on a winning trade. 100 pips up, leave your stop in loss, and it comes off. You would not be a happy chappy. So make sure whatever happens, you won on that one. Well, that's all good so far. That we've got out in the trading room, except the N gas, but that's a long-term one. That's slightly different. We got in that one on the 12th. That's what's it do? The 17th, 5 days ago. So that would have been Wednesday, I think. Last week, N gas. You could be in a month or two. It's a slow one. This one, trundling along. It has come off. So it's looking pretty hopeless at the moment. But it looked pretty hopeful on Friday. It's diving around. That might attract some buyers around here. Some guys might want to do it if you've got enough money to sit on something for a while. If they want to join it now because they're not already on board, just let me know and we can look at it. Yeah, I'll be staggered if you hadn't. So if anyone wants to, but very much a long-term trend. I personally do, yeah, to be honest, I do, yeah. I see it holding above 113. It's slightly below that now. I think it's going to reclaim it. And I think it might ease off. There's no big fundies coming out today, so you're going to see much action on that. Not much fireworks, but yeah, I do see ongoing strength at the moment. They're virtually priced in 100%, virtually priced in next month a 0.75% increase rate, and then yeah, and they might even have a little bit more depending on the situation going forward in December. We should see. They've got to be careful. They can't overdo it. They don't want to get a deep recession by having too high interest rates where people get negative equity to go and get to lose their cars because they can't keep up the payments, that sort of thing. If he does another one, I think I'll be the tops for a while unless something drastic occurs. Okay, so NGAS. Does anyone want to join it now? If you are, hold on. It's not pretty at the moment. It'll do its thing. Okay. But yeah, I'll put it up in case someone wants to do it. I'll write it down. I've already got one, but if someone wants to join, now you're getting obviously a lot better price. We took this on Wednesday, 6.386. And we've got a TP in, where is it now? 7.429. A bit precise, but anyway. Yeah, so it's quite a long. If you want to have a tighter take profit, that's your choice. It's not pretty break through the 200, but will it be confirmed? I don't know about that. Not quite sure it has done that, considering that we're going into their winter. What's it now? October, late October. So maybe having a heat wave. I don't know, but if it does get a bit cold, you should use it. Anyway, bottom line, there you are. If you want to join it now. Okay, got that one. If you want to join it, there you are. Only 35 bucks a micro. What a pleasure. So 0.1 is 350. So you can look at that maybe. Depending on how much money you got. Okay, fine. So I'm not writing down, I've already got it, but there you are. So anyone there's a bit of a mind, all the others, I'm pleased to say we're in profit at the moment. We had a couple of fund trades out, and we went through the AUD JPY. Can't remember which way. I didn't put my name. Some went short long for a bit of fun. I didn't do either in practice, but just for a bit of fun, just to get a bit of competition going to know which way you went on this one, putting names down. But the 93 was the pivotal point. So if you went short it, you're smiling. If you went long at it, well, you wouldn't be smiling. But there you are. That was a bit of fun. Yeah. EURAUD. Some guys think went for it this morning. I'll just quickly check it, see what it's doing. It's 56.10. Well, a couple of pips up, so that's all right. Euro USD. Oh, we definitely did that one. Why have I missed that? Definitely did it. It's got it written, surely got it written down somewhere. Where the hell is it? Definitely did it because I know clients of mine are in it. Yeah, that's right. I've got it here. 0.9765. Thanks for the reminder. But also in profit. It's a lot better profit on Friday, I might add, but it's popped up a bit, but still in profit. Still what we are. 97.65. Some of the guys I did get a little bit higher up, actually, nearer the 98 mark early on in the morning. So, and I got in a little bit early on in the morning, so I got a better price. But those got in the trading room, it already come off a bit, got at 65, so I put that down for a trading room idea and in profit as well. A little bit close yet to modify your stop to 65, but if you got into, if you got a 75, 80 or better, then you can modify your stop. Make sure you can't lose. Joining it now, bit iffy on that. Bit iffy on joining it now. You want to buy it? No, I don't want to buy it. No. If you want to buy it, feel free, Anya. I know. I'd be staying. I'd stay on the sidelines if you're not on this one. But if you wanted to chase it, well, that's your choice. But I wouldn't be buying it now. That's my opinion. Okay, right. So all M gas are doing okay. Oh yeah, we had a GBP CAD 55.75. That gets those seriously strong constitution. That's something pound. Actually, trying to come off. It popped up again this morning. Funny thing, this. Anyway, that being aside, slightly profit there, believe it or not much. But if you're not in this one, I suggest you stay that way. Leave it alone. But if you're in it, well, you should go. You're up a couple of bucks. Just have to hang on so you can come off a bit further. You know, a lot of people are getting a bit stressed with this damn thing, including myself. Oh, Nash came up with another one. You can see last week, Euro CAD as a sell, 33.40. We'll be a very happy chappy. That was his idea. Hope he's not here to be, probably now not going to join. He's feeding to a bash now. Anyway, he went at 33.40 for a sell, and clearly it's up. So that's a bit of a disaster. Stop loss is 36.80, so you'll still be in. It's a bit of a, sorry, 35.40. I beg your pardon. Look at the stop loss you did get. Yeah, no, I'm not the right one. It's 1.3340 is my writing. Yeah, so he's not a happy chappy. He would have been knocked out. So if you did that one, which I clearly did not, sorry when you come on, Miasha, I'm afraid is not a good one. Didn't do well on that. Okay. Okay, just a second to reply to something there. No, it goes to the buy. Yeah, I'll have a look at that for a moment, Cheryl. It's all going through. Yeah, I'm not confused on that one. I think you can go a little bit higher. Yeah, no problem with that. I see dollar strength way forward. Okay, right. They're all looking good except the NEN gas, but we're still in that. It's a longer term one. Hopefully, I found some bit of support to make it right. The other 4 or 5 we got out there, all in profit. Modify stop loss or whatever, but it's not doing too badly. Right, NZDJPY. You want to buy it? Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? The only thing I don't like about it is today is only 10 hours old and it hasn't had much follow through. Let's try and look at the 4-hour chart. See, this is what I don't like. See that? Not much follow through. See, now it's coming back again. I hear the buy, but maybe if we can retrace and hold this 200 bounce, we might get that as a better area to get in, around about this level here. Stop down here, and maybe take a TP up here somewhere. We can probably get one, get a better price. At the moment, it seems to be retracing, which means not a lot of follow through. Is a little bit of on the body, at least a bit of resistance there. It might hold 83, might hold a bit of a bounce. I'll be honest, I'm not that keen on it. I'm certainly not interested in a short on it. I'm leaning towards the long, but yeah, the USD should come off. Yeah, I'm short it. We've got guys in trades selling it. Yeah, I'm doing okay at the moment. Yeah, but I'm personally, Cheryl, not keen on this for a buy. Maybe a bit more favor if we can come off a bit more. It's in the neutral zone as well, don't forget. It's not the strong zone. As I say, I've looked, it's a trading day, not a trending day. No big economic fundamentals coming out. And I did look through quite a few and nothing's jumped out at me. I like the way we got trades out there doing well. I'm happy with that, obviously, clearly. But I can't see anything jumping out at me at the moment. Gold you mentioned earlier on, we can do a revisit of that. And it's trying to move up. So if you do the highly risky bounce long trade, you might be doing okay at the moment. I'm waiting to short it, basically. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Nasdaq seems coming off a little bit, doesn't it? I think. Good, fine. Well, to be honest, that is me for any bright ideas at the moment. We've covered a fair whack, but I think that so it's up to you if you can find one. I'll be 100% fantastic. Very, very excited to have a look at it for you if you can see something, because unfortunately I haven't found one. Don't forget, you guys, shares only open up at 3:30. But a guy kicking up today because he couldn't close his share and he wanted to take profit and he couldn't get out. And we explained we can't do anything until 3:30. Happy now he understands. Don't forget the Excel calculators on for the shares on your LMS if you want to go in there. And they are posting quite a few videos until I haven't got access to it, don't need it. But I'm told that access. So if you can't make platform training or anything like that, you want to look at some videos there. Apparently, they go to LMS. The videos are all there. A lot of guys say, "I'm working. I can't make the training room or whatever." That's a point. Yeah, the training was also recorded on the YouTube, so it's posted on the social media on the portal. Just bear that in mind. If you had to leave after half an hour and you want to go back and have a look at it later on or whatever, see, I'll post it there. So in future, if you can't make it, go to portal, scroll to the bottom there, social media, and it's there. Thing is, you can see the market's a bit quiet today as well, no major economic fundamentals. So it's a bit drifting along at the moment in that direction. So we got our stuff going, and it's not a trade smash. We haven't got any new trader. I like to get them, of course we do. But if you've got 5 out of 6 in a profit, then you can't exactly be too upset and let them run. Thank you, Cheryl. Thanks for your support as always. And funny enough, the one I didn't join, Aud Chf, was a beaut. You're a JPY, well done. Oh, sorry, yeah, Aud Chf is another one. We did look at it earlier on, didn't we? Yeah, it's a little bit of a profit. Yeah, it's a bit of a profit. So that's fine. They're all looking good. Could do that. If you want the TP down there, not a problem with that. Roundabout. Where have we got it on here? GBP USD. We got it 1045. We got it 1049. Good enough. No problem there. I think we did. I agree on the short, but I couldn't seem to find anything to go for. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I agree with the short, but I'm a bit nervous at this level. Look at that indecision. I just don't like the buyers already coming in. Totally agree with the short. You see, buyers are coming in there, but it's not, you know, it's not taking out these lows. It's not getting follow through. That's why I didn't mention it earlier on. I looked at all of them and I couldn't get excited about it. So I want to sell the thing. I totally agree with that, Seth. But look at this high. Well, sorry, it's a work in progress on the hour, but it's still higher than that. It doesn't come off much before the buyers come in. That's the 4 hour, sorry. 1 hour, same sort of story. Should cover that on the 1 hour, actually. You could probably maybe buy it, taking it up there, but selling the cat I'm a bit nervous of. Seems a bit of a sort of a delicate range trade that could change. 50-minute moving average seems to be on for another bounce up again. Maybe breakthrough. I see the downside. It's just not happening. I'm going to risk missing that trade. I'm leaving it. Okay. Normally think grim Monday. It's a bit cloudy outside. Can't find a decent trade. Well, all right, you found one. I didn't. Euro AUD. I think got a buy on that one. Might work out, but nothing I'm that confident. But all the others are doing well, except gas. I'm still hopeful on that one. So that puts me in a better mood. I know I always say it's not your responsibility. It's you've got to be objective about it. But when you get out trades that don't work, I'm afraid I do take it personally. I feel the guys trust me to do it properly for them, so I do take it personally to get a stinker out. But we might get rescued on the GBP CAD because that was a terrible stinker. Having said that, it should have been stopped out, but it seems to be coming right as we speak. So the guys who joined the second time round might get it back. So you might get from grimace to smile. You're going to give it a try, Zeph. Good for you. So I'm not against selling it at all. I must make it absolutely clear. I'm just a bit nervous, so there doesn't seem much happening there. Hi, Osborne. Yeah, good day. I'm just going over the trades we already had out on Friday. And the guys, which I'll be honest, it might do very well, but I was personally a stay out guy. I'm not joining it. The other guys, or 2 or 3 likes anyway, was the Euro AUD as a buy. I just find neither currency is particularly strong at the moment. But anyway, having said that, it is in the buy zone. So they wanted to buy it at 56, well, exactly where it is now, buy at 56.10. I've got it down here for the guys who said, not me, but for Gerard and the others, buy at 56.10. Stopped, obviously, before I go into that detail, I'm not keen on it, even though it's in the buy zone, is a fairly weak, and I still think it could pull back. I think the euro overall is not that strong to be staying up there for long, but it seems to be happening. So Osborne, personally speaking, we haven't got a trade that I've supported out. We've got a trade that I have not supported out. It's your choice. If you want to go for it, I'll put the calculator up for you. But just for the record, I'm not. Do you want to go for it? I might be wrong. Big time wrong with Euro JPY. I stayed out. I chickened out of that one, and that was Steph's idea, and it took up his 100 pips in profit. So yeah, but I'm not bothered about it because I mean, okay, all the others do well. S&P's fine, NZD USD is fine, GBP USD is fine. The GB CAD's coming right. What else? GBP CHF is doing fine. Euro US dollars doing fine. AUD CHF seems to be doing fine. Euro CHF's fine. All the others are good. Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, yeah. You see, I'm not going to get hold of it now. It's just bad, but try and, you know, if you've got good trades out, don't think, God, we've got to get a trade out. Today's the day, we're open, I'm ready to trade. If you can't find one, don't chase it, because even if you miss out, don't push it, because it's not just the money. You get very annoyed. I've done it more than one occasion. I think, do I ever learn? Well, I just chased it because I saw it, I've done anything else, so let's go for it. And it kicked up, and I thought, bloody hell, Roger. Are going to be days like that. No, you haven't taken up trading not to trade, but rather you didn't and just pushed it because you're bored. Yeah, I think we've all done that before and got quite annoyed with oneself. That's terrible. You can't blame somebody else. You can only blame yourself. Eh? But I don't know, 5 or 6 out of 7 or whatever it is not bad. And NGAS, I still think it's going to hold. I've said that, it's going to be flying off now. Might hold there, might recover. But even if it doesn't, you got your risk calculator up. You got your, you know, if you lose 1 out of 7, you should in theory be a happy chappy. Only time you're not is you keep moving your stop away, holding on, and now you're in the dwang where you're lost on the one, it overcomes the profits on your other half a dozen or so. That's not the clever way to do it. So that's the emotional way to do it. And we've all been there, I've said, yeah. Well, I to be honest with you, Petra, you seem quite a strong independent thinker. So I can't argue. It seems to be doing it on the sell. I'm still you might get a bounce, but if you have done, fair enough. I thought you're fairly new to this. You seem to be learning pretty quick. Or have you done this before? I get the impression some of the stuff you come out with, this is not a beginner. Someone's done it before somewhere. Unless you're one of these quick study, quick learner types. Or maybe he's got a brilliant teacher. What about that one, Petro? Is this guy fishing or what? Are you kidding? Yeah, okay. So that's the story. So you haven't missed much, Osborne, to be honest. We just recapped the older ones we're in, which are doing fine. And the new one, which I'll say, a bit iffy on. But so lucky you haven't missed much. I think it might be a little bit quiet going on to the American openings later on. And even then, there's no big fundies coming out. So we might get some driver coming through. The Americans open up half past 3, making it a bit more interesting at 4. If nothing else, we might see our trades doing even better. And that put a smile on the face. You can't find any new exciting ones. Okay, right, that's about the trading idea coming up. Let's get just a few before 11. Just in case, just over, so yeah, has everyone got the link for the DXY, the yields, and on the 10-year note, and the economic calendar? Have you all got the position size calculator? Do you all know how to save your charts, how to set them up, how to go to specification? It doesn't really matter. That's not what you do, sorry. Right click, go to specification to get the info, relevant info on that specific instrument, you know, your margin, contract size, or whatever. Any questions on the basics of that? Everyone, trust they've got the 50 and the 200 moving averages on there, the simple. Anything on that going in, just want to clarify. If you haven't, even if only one person, it takes 2 seconds to copy and paste, but it's very important. I'll put another one. Am I what I say? Does anybody there who's got the DXY copy and pasted and saved and the economic calendar, anybody there think it's a waste of time having it? Or do you think it's very important? And if you all think it's important, it might encourage the new guy to say, well, put that hand up and say, shyly, I haven't got it. No, just say so, and I'll put it in, because I personally think it's extremely important. Every day I wake up and open up my laptop. I have my 2 screens, as you know, and I minimize those 3. So I've got it handy to look at. You haven't got it. Right, well, just quickly, just give me a second, guys, so I copy and paste the 3 of them. If you want a heat map, I will do. And just remember the heat map, they're lagging indicators, just an indication, not a buy or sell idea. But if you want it, I'll copy and paste that as well. I'll start off with the, it'll take long, so it's no big hassle. If you want something, if you look 2 hours, I have to send you off to class or something. Right, where I'll do this to start off. This is a calendar. I've filtered it already. We don't want guys sort of getting all upset on a 1-star coming out in the euro. It won't really, not the issue. So I filtered it for you. That's the economic calendar. This is the index. Please have them. They're very important. Oh, I think they're very important. Whoever disagrees, don't use them. Remember, it's all an opinion. I mean, it's like stopping a red robot. That is, you must do it. Sorry about that. Not up for argument. It's not an opinion. You must do it. But this is opinion. I think so, yeah. I mean, sorry, Petro, if you're doing well on the short, happy, but modify your stocks, you need to make some profit. But yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, I know the market do funny things, but it's going into winter there. They're going to need the bloody product. It's overcooked. Yeah, right, yeah. I think you can get it now, you get a better price. Don't double up. If you're already in, don't do that. Some people do, and I'm trying to say don't, but yeah, you can go for it. Don't know. Like the bull and the bear. Nobody knows. Well, they might know that. I don't know. The bull and bear, nobody knows. It's come from somewhere. Everyone's got theories on it, but no one knows 100%. It's like the Big Apple. Everyone calls New York the Big Apple. Nobody seems to know why. So it's all full of theories, but no 100% why. I suppose it's, you know, we think going long, when you're going buying something, you see upside. Long seems to resonate more than short. Short seems to resonate more the downside. Can't be any more brilliantly clever than that. A lot of these things are actually lost in time as to where they came from. And sometimes we get, say, misinformation. Those old enough to remember Jimmy Cagney, the American dancer, actor, gangster movies he used to do. And he's famous saying, "You dirty rat." Well, he never did, apparently. Or in Casablanca, "Play it again, Sam." Apparently he didn't say that, he said, "Play it, Sam." Things like that. And the money is the root of all evil. Shakespeare never said that. He said the love of money is the root of all evil. That brings it May. So you've got that. You know how to save your charts. Quickly do that, quick those don't. If you like the way your charts are set up, don't forget to go to templates and save it. Put your name in there and then save it, okay? And then you have a problem. Everyone's got the 200 and the 50. They apply to all charts. With the weekly. Remember, that's the 50 week, 50 day, 50 times 4 hour, 50 hour, or the 1 minute, I virtually never use. That's the 50 times 1 minute moving average. Do 50 and the 200. If you like the red one, that's my particular personal liking. That's the magenta one. It's a 10 day if you want it. All simple and slightly thickened line. Not too thick, but I mean, slightly thin so it's clear. And if you like the colors, use them. But whatever color you use, make sure you get the right way around. So at least got that set up. You know about specifications. You've got those sort of things. To run by those that haven't got that. And try it. It's up to you. If you're happy trading, doing it for a while, you stick to your strategy. But if you haven't, try and keep it simple. Don't get it cluttered with indicators that confuse more than instruct, if you like. And don't forget, although they have their uses clearly, they are lagging the price action. They're telling you it's raining after the rain is coming down, if you like. And always, probably most important, understand the emotional aspect of it. A lot of things happen that don't make a lot of sense, maybe because emotions would be clear on that. That's what I say, if you're on a demo, get off as soon as possible. You're not doing yourself any favor. If you take the emotion out of it, you're taking trading out of it. And the only way you can do it is learn the distant emotion. You've got real money on it. You will not learn that with fake money. So it's just exercise in self-pedagogy. Use it for new strategies, the demo, and to make sure you fully understand how to operate the platform. I did platform training. I made that clear. It's not a half-hearted matter. You cannot trade unless you operate that platform. Or I was filling in for somebody, but it's not my job to teach you. As a trading support, it's your own responsibility to know how to operate it. And okay, also, a lot of people don't know you can close part position. Now we're going to close at 11, and if trades come up again, we'll look at it. That takes precedence, but you don't have to close entire position unless you've got one micro. You can't go small, that's different. If you've got more than one micro and you want to bank part of it, partially close, you can do that. You all have to know how to do that. And it's quite simple, just double click on the open trade, not in the SL or TP box. That's when you modify, but then you just double click anywhere on that box except there. Another box comes up. Instead of clicking on the yellow bar to close, just put the volume you want to close in, and then click the yellow bar, and you partially close, and you bank some of your trade. Empire State Manufacturing Index. Don't know what that is. I'm not sure what the Empire State Manufacturing Index is. I know what manufacturing is, so I've never the Empire one. Anyway, I don't think they'll be particularly manipulated. I think it's just a bit quiet. It's a tradable instrument at the moment. I think some shorter term trades are playing around. It seems to be hovering a bit. It's going to be fairly quiet, I think, as American markets open until we get some more economic fundamentals creeping in during the week. But I see a bit of strength going forward. It seems to have pulled back, and now it's holding above 13. So things going to hover around that most of the day. But manufacturing indexes, increasing costs, usually perceived as inflationary, so it should have a positive effect on the dollar. The reason being they're expecting more increase in interest rates. That's the big news at the moment, the interest rate increase. Or increases, especially over here as well. Won't affect the world so much, but it will affect you. Like oil price looks like oil price. So petrol price looks like it's going to be going up again next month, I've heard. Mainly because the dollar's sort of rand's so weak against the dollar. Even though oil's come off a bit, it's come off a bit, but that being as it may, the dollar exchange rate, which is paid for in dollars, is not having a very positive effect. Hey, Brent's coming off, with pleasure. But you think, hang on, why is Brent coming off? Put the petrol price up. Those bloody government guys will not it's their fault. It's because the exchange rate, look at it, checking it quickly. Yeah, 18.2. That's what's giving us the problems. Okay, guys, let's see things left. Anything else before we tie it up and see you again at 4? And lucky here, I don't have any load shedding. It won't affect me that much, but it's a bit inconvenient. So with the inverter I've got, but not till 10 o'clock. So factories well, I'll be hopefully snoring by then. Okay, guys. Yeah, unless there's something else, just running up to 11. You got to run as well. Thank you, as always, Steph. You really are important to have us here. I hope you stick around with us because I need you as my assistant, if you like. Thanks a lot, Andrew Osborne. Don't forget, by the way, Osborne, just a reminder, guys, if you missed some of it because you've been busy, you can go to the portal, scroll down the bottom of the menu, you'll see social media, YouTube, they're recorded there. But I don't think you bother with this one today, Osborne. That's just mainly a review of old trades. We haven't really got anything new, except the one you weren't too keen on anyway, so you didn't miss much. Appreciate your contribution, and it's always nice to hear support. I'm human like everyone else. I need that. Like a performer on stage and want some of the crap, makes it feel all worthwhile there. Thank you. Thank you, Adelix. Thank you very much. Fully appreciated. Okay, guys. Okay, I'll catch you later. Cheers, Philip. Cheers, Gerhard. Good luck with the trades. So keep it.